everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marcia. Today I want to share a recipe with you, and it is called Georgia Cracker Salad. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. I found this recipe on Paula Dean's website a long time ago. My mom has made it a couple of times, and it's very different, but it really just makes me think of a good tomato sandwich in a bowl. That's the honest truth about it. But summertime's here, summer tomatoes are starting to come in. This is a great summer recipe. I'm going to be doing some summer things in the next several months because it's hot outside and you don't always want to bake in your oven. You want to do other things. I will be sharing some desserts and things like that as well that I will be using my oven, partially using my oven for. But in the summertime, we just like things that we can grill out on the grill or that we can just make without turning the oven on and baking it for a long time and heating up the house. Because I live in Southeast Tennessee. I was born and raised in Georgia, but now I live in Southeast Tennessee. It's about 10 miles from where I grew up, but it is across the line into Tennessee. And it gets hot here, guys. It's humid, and you know, we have a lot of thunderstorms. We live close to the Ocoee River. That's a great place to cool off, but summertime, we just want something quick and light. So this is a good one. All right, the first thing you need is a good red ripe tomato. Now, I have used one about this size, okay? I just kept this for demonstration. And then you need a green onion, a little bunch of green onions, and I have used one for that. You need one hard-boiled egg that is finely chopped. You're going to need some mayonnaise, and you're going to need a sleeve of saltine crackers and a little salt and pepper. Now, the ratio of the mayonnaise is going to vary because, you know, you can do a large tomato, but some large tomatoes are like this, some are more like this, and then you go down to medium. Calls for one large tomato, and that's what I've cut up. I finally cut it, and that's what it looks like. Doesn't look like a lot of tomatoes, so I'm just going to have to see because the ratio changes because of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my green onion. Now these little green onions, you could do more than one if you want to, but they pack a flavor punch, let me tell you. They are strong. I can smell them strong now. So I don't like to do a lot, just a little. Then I'm going to put a little salt and some pepper. More pepper than salt because we got some salt in our saltines. Then I'm going to do my hard-boiled egg. And I'm going to start out with, it calls for a sleeve of crackers, and I guess I will do a whole sleeve. And it calls for a cup and a half of mayonnaise. I'm just not sure if I'm going to need all of that mayonnaise because the tomato's not that big. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and crush up our crackers. This sounds very strange, but it's a great combination. It's a delicious little, just cool dish. You can put it in the refrigerator. Now, I wouldn't think that it would keep too long because the crackers get soggy, but it don't last too long if you just make a small amount. You can eat it pretty much that day or the next day. All right, I'm gonna get our crackers in there. Go ahead and get all the crumbs. Don't want to waste nothing. Okay. My hands are clean, I just washed them. Now I'm gonna start out with a cup of mayonnaise because, like I said, my tomato is smaller than what I had thought when I cut it up in my bowl. So we'll see. And if it needs more mayonnaise, we'll just add more. But I'm starting out with a cup. Mayonnaise is my favorite condiment. I love it. Okay, that's 1 cup. So let's get that stirred around and see what it's going to look like. And I'll know when I stir it if I need to add any more or not. It's going to take a minute because of these crackers. Got to get it all going in the right direction. Smelling good. I love to smell those garden tomatoes. These are not my tomatoes. I bought them at a produce place, but the summer ones are starting to come in and they look amazing. I think that's going to be enough mayonnaise for this tomato, just 1 cup. I am going to put the recipe in the description of this video so you'll have a more of an idea. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit more tomato, you could. But I think that's plenty of mayonnaise. All right, that's what it looks like. So let's taste it and see what we got here. It's so good. You get the crunchy saltiness from the crackers, and then you got that little bit of egg, and then that tomato, and that's great, guys. It turns out great every time. Like I said, this is not something that would probably keep a long time in the refrigerator. You would need to eat it immediately, and then maybe save it for the next day, but it would not keep for a week. But this is a good little summer something, and that is Georgia cracker salad. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marcia. And don't forget that everything you need and how to make this is going to be in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.